When values, principles, and good morals form the basis of a person's character and business, that's how legends are made and that's how legacies are formed. If you can give one thing to your children, give them values, because when all else fails, it is values that come to rescue. This is Priya Kumar. I'm a motivational speaker and author, and I am here in the studio making this video for you. You not just want to teach your children values, you want to teach them values for life. And how do you do that? By becoming an example of them yourselves. I'm going to take up a few values and talk about them and how at least these should be the core of your daily living so that your children can see it as an example. Gratitude is an amazing value to have. Be thankful, be grateful. Just a thank you and a timely acknowledgement can go such a long way in teaching your children, and above all, let them know that you're grateful for them. Grace is a very graceful value. Handle your children's moods and irritations and annoyances with grace. See, expecting a 5-year-old to understand you, a 35-year-old, perhaps by saying, "Don't irritate me," well, I think it's easier for a 35-year-old to understand a 5-year-old. Exhibit grace when things get tough in your relationships so that your children can see it. Accountability is a value that will take your children a very, very long way, because guess what? Life will be tough. They need to see you take ownership and accountability when things go wrong, when you fall, when you make mistakes. Instead of blaming, instead of criticizing, instead of bitching, instead of going into depression, they need to see you take responsibility and turn things around. It's not something you tell them, it's something you show them when things get tough for you. Unity is something that will serve you as a family unit in the longer run. How you keep the family together, how you treat your parents is by far the greatest teaching you are putting in silent expectation that, look, if this is how I treat my own, this is how I am expecting you to treat me. Therefore, the treatment that comes back to you is a direct reflection of the relationship that you have showcased to your children. Honesty is not just a great virtue, but a great value. See, there are no big lies and small lies. Lies are lies. And when your children see you lie, they can see in you an inability to handle life. They see in you lack of courage and lack of confidence. And if you cannot earn your child's vote of respect, I think you have made the biggest loss of your life. Honesty is an absolute. You must be honest means you must be honest. If you don't, if you falter, and if they see you alter truth, they will never respect you. And know that your children are watching you like a hawk. There is no escape. If you think you know them and you watch them, well, they watch you more. Loyalty is a great value for you to exhibit, especially when you want to teach your children how to maintain relationships and especially take your business and work long term. They need to see you make things work in difficult situations and not to abandon people and businesses when things get tough. Look, it's okay to quit, but it's not okay to abandon, especially when you have given your word of support. That declared commitment needs an example of loyalty that you will teach your children through your daily actions. Forgiveness is something that is tough, but when practiced enough is a great example for people to follow. Sure, you get hurt. Sure, things get negative. But to make that timing of hosting that hatred, annoyance, and negativity very less and allowing forgiveness to come as your first response, I think you're setting a great example for your children to lead an emotionally healthy life. Not being able to forgive is a curse for the person who is not able to move on. Teach your children the art of moving on by teaching them the art of forgiveness through your example. Self-respect is what a lot of people lack, and if that is ingrained in a person from childhood, my God, you're making him a solid person for life. Your children need to see you take a stand despite personal inconvenience. They need to see you stand tall. They need to see you suffer just to keep your dignity if the situation so is. Making compromises is the easy way out, but losing self-respect to it, I think, is the toughest route to happiness. And guess what? It's okay to share with them your difficult times, and it's okay to let them in the difficult choices that you're making just because you want to stand for what you believe is the right thing to do. Your children need that coaching and that training and that example early on in life. Discipline is a great virtue and a great value, but it should first be embraced before it is enforced. And while you enforce discipline on your children, please also make some allowances for fun and cheat days. If you can show them the gain and the fun in discipline, my God, they will take on themselves. Just like every champion and every athlete has a strict regiment of discipline, they also have their cheat days. Even when you go to a dietitian to lose weight, they give you a whole regiment and then they allow you some cheat. So allow some cheat and some slack to your children when you expect them to adhere to strict discipline. If you don't do that, then discipline will become a curse, something that they will run away from and not imbibe and not welcome and not follow for the rest of their life. Courage as a value is best shown and not taught. Your children need to see you face your fears. They need to see you get up when you fall. Don't hide your sufferings and your losses. Show it to them, but also make sure you show them the hustle, the courage that you have to get up and to take further risks, or to get up and to set things right. How do you teach someone to get up when they fall? Is you show them when you do so. And everybody goes through tough times. Instead of shielding your children from them, invite them into inspecting the mess that you have made and how you are going to clear it up. People respect people who have the courage to come back, who have the courage to face their fears. And if you want to earn your children's respect solidly and for life, show them that comeback. Let it not be a story that you talk about later on in life. Let it be an example that you have set for them to follow, because guess what? Life is going to hit them one day and you will not be there. That day, your act of courage is going to serve as an example to save their lives. Teach your children service. It's helping people for nothing in return. Don't just focus on making them good human beings. Focus also on making them a part of humanity. Take your children along when you go ahead and serve, and also allow them the opportunity to add service into their daily living. To be trustworthy, I think, is a very, very difficult thing for a parent to exhibit. Keep your word with your children. Don't break your promises. Don't think it's too small. Don't negotiate once your word is made if you cannot keep it. Go out of the way to honor your word to your child, because trust is such a fragile value. It takes personal inconvenience and Herculean strength sometimes to honor what you have committed, and that strength comes best when it is seen in example. It's easy to say that respect is a great value, but respect your children. They are big beings in tiny bodies. It does not matter how small they are or what their age is. Respect is respect. Allow them their space, allow them their time, allow them decisions, and respect their ideas even if you don't understand them. It's when you give respect that children learn what it is. It's not a word, it's something that you earn, and you have to give it to them for them to have an idea to give it back to you. Success can have many definitions, but if good values, morals, and principles are at the core of it, then any definition that you give success will be meaningful. And your success as a parent will be what you have taught your children through your example. I hope this helps. I'm trying to do a bit of my contribution by making these value add videos for you, and I am grateful for your connection in allowing me the purpose to continue to serve you. So this is Priya Kumar. I'm signing off, and I will be back again next week with another video.